lessons I think that I've picked from their various presentations, there was starting with having some skills before you start. And I think that was about sharpening the axe, being very focused on what type of change, what difference you're actually trying to make. And we have 3 people here who have made a difference in 3 very, very different areas. Thirdly, you need investors who believe in your own vision, who believe in your own plan, who are willing to be patient and a lifelong or sort of long-term partner. And I think each one of these entrepreneurs has had people who've started with them on a journey, from a relative in the UK who took debt and provided that debt on, to friends and family and others who have invested in their journey. But at the same time, you also have to treat those individuals as your partners, and they are also advisors. You've got to build your team and those around you who will support your journey. Focusing on the business, I think each one of these people has focused on building that business and ensuring that the business, the plan is working, because that's actually ultimately what will attract more investors and what will also keep you going. Run the business for cash. Without cash flow, at the end of the day, there is no business. And I think we've also heard a lot about really understanding the cycles of investment that you need, whether it is from your seed investors to start with, but even in Buki's story, she went through a number of different stages of investor, from the family and friends to a growth to finally getting to the banks and now looking for a different frontier. You've also heard that in the story of Paga, and you've heard that in the story of Supermart. I think that, one thing I can say that all of these entrepreneurs have demonstrated is perseverance, it's passion, and it's really looking at this thing from a long-term basis and really looking long-term towards building their own institution. And I don't think any entrepreneur is going to get anywhere fast if they don't have that patience, that perseverance, and that passion to keep going, even when the going looks tough. And I think the last thing I learned is all of these people also believe that there is a real opportunity in this country, despite the cycles that Bismarck spoke of at the beginning. There's a huge opportunity to make a difference and to build a great business. So I think that's a summary of what we've heard from the 3, and I'd like to open it up to questions. Unfortunately, we've gone well over time, so I don't think we have time for more than 2 or 3 questions. And I'll just sort of divide the room into 3 and take one from each part. So someone over here, and then someone over here. Okay. I think the first hand I saw go up was a lady in black, reaching up, standing up. Look behind you. She's very anxious to ask her question, but please keep it to 1 question and very brief, and help us know who to direct your question to.
Hello, everyone. My question goes to Raphael. For an online business planning to transition from pay-on-delivery model to prepaid model, what are the key things you think we should put in place to ensure a successful transition?
If I did understand the question well, it's how to transition from pay-on-delivery to prepaid, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When I'm asked this question, I say, what's the best way to stop smoking in the most effective way? Anything else is a bit more difficult. So the best advice is don't start at all if you haven't started already. If you have started already, then you have to understand that you have to deal with the pain when you're transitioning. So you have to one day say, look here, maybe you can inform your customers, you can decide to do immediately. I tend to prefer to do these things immediately, right? So look, from tomorrow, we're not going to do cash on delivery, and that's it. Your initial volumes will drop invariably, It's going to take maybe another 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the product you're selling. If you're selling groceries like I'm selling, people have to make that decision, grocery purchase decision, literally on a weekly basis. The first time they'll say, no, I'm not going to patronize this business.